Hey guys, Ipengu here with Jmook after an incredible run to winner's side top 8 at Genesis. Jmook, congratulations. I'm really excited about your run. I'm not going to ask you the typical how are you feeling question. I'm going to ask you about an interaction you had right before your last set, which is I was standing there with Llod and you came up to him and asked him for a photo right before playing. Tell me about that.
I can confirm that. I just went to the bathroom and I knew that I had to play Llod, but I saw Llod. And I thought to myself, what's more important here? Getting there on time or getting just one picture with Ludwig?
Yeah.
And after that set, I think I made the right decision.
It powered you up. I have a funny story about that, actually. I ran into Llod at a pizza place right before that, and we were talking about how you are cracked, how you're insane at the game. And so it was pretty funny to me that then you came up to him right after that and asked him for a photo. Winner's side top 8, I mean, tell me about how you felt going into that last stock with Llod. Did it cross your mind at all? Like, holy shit, I'm about to make winner's side top 8?
It felt more like, oh my God, I could win this game. Yeah. For me, like the fact that was to qualify for top 8, the game didn't even feel like that. For me, it was just a mental battle of like, I don't need to sacrifice, like, I don't need to give up anything more than what I'm already like giving up. I felt very composed, like reserved. I don't need to do anything unnecessary, because going into this event, I realized that there's a lot of top talent here, and I've realized that so far in my career, I haven't genuinely like failed, like generally just bombed at an event. Normally when I place, I place typically well, like with my seed. So going into this event, I wanted this one to be in the event that I just bomb. I don't want that. I don't want the bracket results to influence the overall experience of the tournament and the sheer amount of like top talent, because I mean my last event was Smash World Tour, and the last one before that, like last major, was SmashCon 2017. So I've had a good like 5 years of this, just.
That's cool. Here, take one step closer to me too. Sorry about that. Okay. Well, talk to me a little bit about that, because those of us in Tri-State, those of us in the know, have known you as a really, really strong player for a long time, right? You've been around for a while. Cody just tweeted about how you beat him at his first ever tournament, right? Yeah. But tell me what it's like grinding Melee, being at a top level, but like not actually going to events and being able to show that off. Does that affect when you do get to go to these events at all?
It's weird because I don't exactly prep as much as people think. They think like with the way I play, with my overall playstyle, they're like, oh, you must grind this out all day and night. And the to be honest with you, I don't really prep all that much. It's more so just when I arrive at the tournament, like where is my mental state at, and how can I continue and figure out how to like not only like correct my weaknesses, but double down on my strengths, as a player. And I feel like on stage up there, I was able to double down on my strengths and kind of like hold the lead and not give anything up.
Okay, so here's the thing. You obviously have a very unique Sheik playstyle. People know you for that. You're really fast. You use a lot of cool mix-ups and movement. But if you could describe, you were talking about doubling down on your strengths. If you could describe your strengths yourself, what would you say they are?
It would be like punishing or getting reversals in situations that normally are 50-50 or like an RPS situation. Yeah. A lot of like that's why I love CC. That's why I love tech chasing, because once you get that grab, once you get that one knockdown, they should die. If you play it correctly. And so I feel like my whole game plan is all around getting that one reversal or that one opening and just pushing it to the limit. And that's why I love Sheik.
We talked about the Llod set a little bit, but you also had to overcome what was arguably an even bigger hurdle at first in Plup, who is obviously ridiculously good at that matchup too. I mean, Plup just has an incredible records against Sheik in general. What do you think it was that allowed you to get the edge over him? Was it just what you're talking about, your punish game, or do you think there's other parts of it as well?
It was more so that was my first time playing Plup, first of all. I went into it expecting kind of a wash, to be honest with you, because he's also exceptional at that matchup, right?
He's amazing at that matchup.
Amazing. So I thought that until I got like my first 0 to death, and then I realized that it doesn't matter who he is. Like I can still like punish him in, like it doesn't matter that he's like Plup or Mango or whoever. Like my strengths still work. That's why I brought up doubling down my strengths, because I realized that I don't necessarily have to like play a B game or just kind of work around the things that I'm already good at. but I felt like really good versus Plup towards the end. I'm just happy to be here, you know, happy to be even be interviewed, to even get top 8 is, I would not be expecting for this to happen right now.
Well, I'm happy to be interviewing you. I'm really happy you're in top 8. I've been wanting you to have this sort of breakout for a while, so it's nice for me. Speaking of other things, I mean, with making top 8 winners side, you are officially qualified to the next summit as a result of this. But I know that we might have to keep our fingers crossed that you can make it there. Can you tell me about that a little bit?
Yeah, so the weekend of Summit is actually the weekend before my last week of classes. So I think Summit's like the 14th through the 17th. My last day of classes is like on the 18th, and I have graduation on the 19th. So I'll have to do some planning, you know, some exceptions, you know.
Yeah, but it sounds like you are down to do that planning and make it.
Absolutely.
Great.
I want to miss this for the world.
I think we're all really excited. I think we just want to see you play more sets and see how you take on different matchups. And actually, okay, speaking of matchups, so I don't know, I'm looking back to see if it's happening right now. I don't think it has yet, but you are going to play the winner of HBox and None tomorrow in top 8 winner side.
Yes.
And HBox is someone who you had a really, really close set with a couple months ago. He's obviously the odds-on favorite to make it there into winner side of top 8. That's a matchup where pushing punishes to the limit is a little bit different, right? I think you still do it, but it's hard against Puff. So how do you approach that without giving too much away, of course?
A lot of it is holding center, a lot of bear. I mean, Ben, for instance, is a phenomenal Sheik at that. He's very consistent at it, and I wouldn't say I'm exceptional at it, but a lot of it is like, obviously don't get arrested, don't get grabs, and I mean, even just like those, like that one decision you make could like influence the rest of the set, you know. Everything kind of snowballs in that matchup. So the key is to not snowball and to play very like, not passive, but get your like 2 to 3 piece and then retreat, you know. To be honest with you, I'd much rather play HBox than None for some reason. Really? Yeah, I feel like None in like on stage, I feel like, I mean, the last time we played, I beat him 3-1, but I feel like on stage like, I have this feeling that None is gonna be a challenge that I haven't faced before yet, you know, especially like on the big stage. And whereas HBox, I have more experience. I play Puff more than I play Falcon, you know, so it's more so like a comfort matchup.
That makes sense. I mean, None is the guy who does things other Falcons don't, even in just accomplishments. You know, he beats Mango, he beats M2K, whatever. So that makes sense.
Pulls it out in the most high pressure situation.
He does tend to do that, yeah. Although HBox is pretty clutch himself. So I wanted to push you a little deeper on the Puff matchup question, which is just that you said it's about getting your 2 pieces, getting your 3 pieces. But from what I remember of your guys' last set, there were still plenty of those moments where I think you watch another Sheik player and they get that, but you push it a little bit further, you do a little bit of a mix-up, a little bit of a cool movement thing. How do you find the balance between doing that and not overextending, which is what HBox preys on, right? And Puff preys on?
Movement. I think it comes down to a lot of movement. I'm a huge fan of just like Sheik as a character is really fast, nimble. You know, she's a high fast mobile zoning character. Yeah. And I think a lot of Sheiks aren't taking advantage of the fact that she's really, really quick before you can like start walling like Puff out. So that's why I do a lot of like waveland backs, trying to just like kind of dance around a little bit. And the second I see him like grab or just like, you know, try to reversal the situation, that's when I can capitalize. But the thing about that is that you have to be careful because otherwise you get arrested, you know?
It's funny. It's like, I feel like people generally think like, oh, she feels like she's supposed to be a ninja, but she can be sort of lame or defensive or right. But like you're saying, emphasize her speed, emphasize how quick she can move around. Really like the ninja thing that she's actually known for.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like you can literally play like a ninja. You can do whatever.
My last question is that, so, you know, on a more personal level, 2 of the people who are confirmed now for winner side top 8 are you and iBDW, Cody, who you've played with for a long time. It's a half New York winner side top 8. Yeah. What does it mean to you to have someone who you've known for so long in the Smash scene with you, and what would it mean if you had to play him tomorrow?
It would be a wonderful story. I've known Cody for years. I've played him at his first tournament. I've seen him come up. He's seen me come up, and to share that with him, like in a bracket, win or lose, I know that we're both going to be just thrilled to be there competing against each other.
I think we're all thrilled. I, as a New York resident, am super, super happy that you guys are both there. Congratulations. Thank you so much for the interview. Is there anything else you want to say before we wrap up?
Let's go up. Oh,
Great.
let's get into top 8.
Yeah, let's get into top 8. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Congratulations to Jmook again. For more Genesis 8 content, you can stay tuned to PGstats here on this channel. See ya.